Maybe it's a little ironic that this video is, I wish every leader would watch this because you're watching it now, but I'm glad you're watching this and maybe you can get some others to watch it. But I think one of the stupidest things in leadership is that sometimes people base it on titles or rank or even just experience, years of experience, not the experience itself. And it's so wrong. It's stupid. It's silly. And that's why people who are above you or below you or beside you in leadership, that's why there's so many challenges, because people focus on their title rather than focusing on leadership. So I want to talk about 7 different tips that I've got related to leadership. And I'm glad you're watching this. And let me get my fancy, there we go. How about that? Number 1 of my 7, be a gopher. Now, some of you may not be familiar with that term, but a gopher is someone who goes for this and goes for that and does a lot of different tasks. And good gophers, good leaders are willing to grab a broom. As simple as that, right? Maybe sweep up a mess in the workplace. When I used to coach, I had basketball coach in my high school. I grabbed the broom and I'd sweep the gym once in a while. And the maintenance people were like shocked. I'm like, well, this is what we do. We're together. We're a team. And that's part of being a leader. Karen, who I used to work with in an organization, she was the head of our events, amazing woman. She ran, I don't know, 70 or more events every year. And when it was time to be at those events, we said, Karen, what can we do? I didn't say, hey, I'm executive director. Here's what I need to do, right? Or what I need not to do. I want to know how I can help Karen get the event and help the event be successful. Picking up that broom, whatever it was, whatever she asked me to do. Titles didn't matter during the course of that event. Also about serving, being a servant leader. That's another part of being a gopher, right? Serve others. They're not serving you, serve others. Well, another one, a simple one, is eating, right? I mean, like, what are you talking about eating for, Todd? Well, be the last one to eat. Be the last one to eat. Even when I cook dinner with my family, I'm usually the last one to eat. When I'm at an event, I'm the last one to eat. I'm not the first one in line as a leader, grabbing all the shrimp and scarfing them down like George Costanza in one of his scenes in Seinfeld. You got to look at that one. It's amazing. But tip number one out of 7, be a gopher. Let's see what the next fancy PowerPoint. Oh, I ran out of paper. Wow, I hope you can see that. Number 2 is be vulnerable. If you're going to be a leader, be vulnerable. All right. People are going to come into work and you're going to have stuff that happens in your life, right? Your goldfish doesn't eat the food. You maybe have an argument with somebody, right? You have a negative conversation with somebody. You like my pictures here? I'm pretty fancy. Or maybe your dog doesn't do its duty. You come into work and you got to be vulnerable about that. But remember, as a leader, everybody else that you're working with that's reporting to you or you're reporting to, or your 360 leader, all those things come back to you as well, right? People have their lives. Their lives are part of work. Work is part of our lives. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. Share your challenges, share your mistakes, share what's going on in your life. Be vulnerable, be open. A lot of different terms for that. But people know your weaknesses as a leader. Don't think that people don't know, right? So why not share them, be vulnerable, let them know it's okay to have an occasional issue. You don't have to tell them about the whole fight you had with a family member, but be vulnerable. And maybe if you see them in a bad place, ask them, how are things going? That's number 2. Now I got to get a whole new flip chart up here. Well, watch this. I'm ready to go. Next, be questioning. Be questioning. Now, it isn't that you're doubting, but ask questions. When you go down the hallway as a leader and you go by somebody and say, oh, hi, how are you? And you keep walking. That's not leadership. That's a waste of time. Why say anything? When you ask somebody, how are they? Stop and listen to them, right? Have a conversation. When you're in a meeting and you're discussing something, maybe you have to make a decision. 3 things you do in a meeting: information, discussion, or decision. If you're making a decision, go around the table and ask each person, are you in on this? Do you agree? Are you 85% sure of this decision that we just made? All right. Not everybody likes to share, so you have to be questioning. You have to ask questions. You have to draw it out with people. You have to have good communication between people, and you have to be willing to give constructive criticism, accepting constructive criticism, and giving constructive criticism. When you're vulnerable, when you're questioning, when you're doing all these things we're talking about, it helps your communication. It builds your trust, and then you can have that constructive criticism. I've got a gift for you. Go to toddkukan.com/guide, G-U-I-D-E, toddkukan.com. My name's in the corner of the box, /guide. Get your email in there. I've got a free leadership gift for you. All right. You can put this on pause, go do that, and then come back if you want, or listen all the way through, whatever. But make sure you get that guide for some more leadership. All right. Let's get to my next fancy slide here. Number 4, be a delegator, or as a delegator. Well, whichever it is, be one, right? Give out opportunities for people to grow. Give out opportunities for your staff to grow. Give them challenges. People don't care how much you know. People don't care how much you know as a leader until they know how much you care. And by delegating, as strange as it may seem, you're not just trying to get rid of crap that you want to do or don't want to do. It's giving people opportunities to grow. It's giving people opportunities to fail. Your staff, your coworkers, give them an opportunity to fail in a safe environment, right? Talk about growth, talk about failure. It also lightens your load, right? It's going to give you less that you have to work on so you can focus on bigger issue items as a leader. So be willing to delegate those things to your fellow staff, right? It's a great tool as a leader. Great thing to do. Be present. Be present. You know, I was just in a meeting the other day, and somebody goes, well, I have an open door policy. I'm like, well, big deal. Your door is open. Just about everybody's door is open in the workplace, or it should be. But what does that mean? Get up and walk around. Go talk to your staff. If you're in a manufacturing situation, manufacturing industry, go out in the plant. Get your safety gear on, of course, but go out in the plant and talk to people. You don't have to have 10-minute conversations to pull them off the line, but show people that you care. Get out there and learn more about what they're doing, right? Be present in their workplace. Be present in meetings. Manage by walking around. Be present by making those are eyes. Be present by making eye contact with people. Show them that you're listening. Lean into the conversation. Let people know that you're there, that you care, that it matters for them. All right. Another thing for a leader, right? Another skill for a leader. Be present. I got to get some more flip chart paper. All right. Number 6, be a role model. Now we know we need to do that in our personal lives for our children, our spouses, our partners, our family, whatever the case might be. But we also need to be a role model in our work life. Have integrity, show integrity, right? Do what the right thing is to do, even when somebody isn't watching. If you can do the right thing when nobody's watching, then you can truly tell that you're on the road to being a quality leader. And you can help others do that same thing. Pick up a paper, a wrapper, right? You're walking down the hall. Maybe you're in the back room, in the break room. There's a wrapper. Somebody, accidentally left it on the floor. Bend over, pick it up and throw it out. Throw out a candy wrapper. Be a role model. Simple things. Such simple things. It's so easy. Live the mission and vision of the organization. I just worked with another firm that created their mission and vision, right? You all need that as an organization. I think you need it as an individual as well, but you need to have that as an organization. If you don't, let me help you construct one. If you do, how are you living it? It's great to put it up on the walls and beautiful colors and all that kind of stuff. Graphics, maybe it's on a digital board. I got a friend that does digital advertising. He'll do it for you. But you got to live it, right? You have to be a role model, live your mission and vision consistently as a leader. Let's look at number 7. 7. Be a lifelong learner. Be a lifelong learner, okay? Maybe you got a degree. Maybe you got a high school degree. Maybe you got an associate degree, technical college, community college, 4-year, master's, whatever, right? Sometimes I think the more degrees you get, the worse you might be as a leader, because you think you know it all, but people don't care how much you know. They only know people don't care how much you know. They only want to know how much you care, right? But you can still be a lifelong learner. Leaders are readers. See all these books I got behind me? I've read more books in the last, 5-10 years than I had my entire life, because I want to learn how to be a better role model. I want to learn how to be present. I want to learn how to be vulnerable. I want to learn how to delegate better. I want to learn all those things I've talked about. And it's a journey. Leadership is a journey. It's not a one-off. As much as I'd love to do a one-day seminar for your team or do a association keynote address, whatever the case might be, it's a journey. It's ongoing. It's something that has to be continuous. And as I said, that training. I have a goal every week. I want to read at least one article and one webinar related to human resources. That's the minimum. Plus I read a book on the side, a leadership book along the side to help my growth skills there. But this isn't about me, this is about you, right? People don't care about your title. People don't care about your age. That doesn't determine whether you're going to be whether or not you're going to be a good leader. So I hope you've gained some things. No, I don't hope. I know you've gained some things from this. Get my guide, toddkukan.com/guide. If you've already got it, send me an email and I'll send you some. I've got a lot of great things I can send you, right? I'm not done giving out good information. If you like this, please share it. Please comment on it. Please, whatever buttons you got to hit, subscribe, whatever the case might be, but be a leader. Don't rely on your title. Have a great day.